hit y'all up real quick with this and go over to the actual video in question. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming and check us out. We're about to try to get into the show real quick. We're talking about the brother behind me, Mayor Johnson, and how he's beefing with Trump, and it's like a big old problem, and just don't understand what's going on. But as we know, there's a lot of violence in Chicago. It was a crazy Labor Day weekend, and the whole world is talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's really going on with all this in a minute. So let me just try to make sure I got all my stuff together, because I got to make sure the sound is working and everything like that, so I can get y'all straight to the content. So that's what we do real quick. But let me know where y'all from, and let me know what's going on with y'all, and let me see how y'all doing out here. Look like we are live now, so we just a couple of minutes behind schedule. But let me hit the thing right here and see, will it pull me up to working? It kept my poll though, so that was good. All right, look like we are back. So let me see. Hello. Got it. Good. It got my poll. All right. So anyway, so all right. So let's get back to the content. So we basically listening to what the lady's saying about Trump. We got a little dude that's actually responding to the scenario. So we just gonna get straight to what he got to say, and let's pop it up, and then let's get this guy explain away.
This comes after a violent holiday weekend in Chicago. Police say at least 7 people were killed and a dozen more shot. News Nation's Mills Haley is following the latest. Hey, Mills, what are people saying about the violence and a possible federal deployment?
Chicago police say that at least 54 people were shot over the weekend, 7 people killed, and in comparison to last year, we saw about 31 people be shot and 10 people killed. So we are seeing this violent trend over this Labor Day weekend, and Mayor Johnson addressing a Labor Day rally in Chicago on Monday, and he continues to tout that violent crime is down. In fact, murders down about 30% year from year. Here's him at yesterday's rally.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago. No militarized force in the city of Chicago. We're going to defend our democracy in the city of Chicago. We're going to protect the humanity of every single person in the city of Chicago.
However, the president taking to Truth Social Saturday, citing the violence as proof that, quote, crime is totally out of control in Chicago. Just hours after the president posted that, at least 7 people were shot after an annual picnic was wrapping up for people from public housing on the south side.
Yeah, so it's real crazy. Welcome to the show, guys. So yeah, you know, and that's really what the whole hustle is. It's like everybody's mad at the violence, and it's consistent, and it's carrying on. And this weekend was even worse than any other time. But the way the media is portraying it today is like even crazier. You know what I'm saying? And I've just been noticing today that it's a lot of talk about Chicago and the National Guard. It looked like he's trying to go to what's this other city? He looks like he's trying to go to Baltimore right after this. So he's trying to come to Chicago, then go to Baltimore. So we're gonna let him explain it. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like his, you know, having that kind of power as the president, you can do what the fuck you want to do. I mean, it's just that simple. Nobody can tell you what to do as the president. So he's the boss, technically, of the country. So, and that's why I don't understand why the mayor and the governor is acting the way they're acting in Chicago. Because, you know, what's if you're not going to send the National Guard in, then what's your plan? And it seems like they just want money. They don't give a damn about no crime. They just want money to fund this, fund that, and the crime is just a bypart of the world. So let's get to what the conversation is. And let me know in the comment section. I got a poll down there. Is Trump wrong for sending the National Guards to Chicago? Let me know what you think. The poll is going to be a big one, and we appreciate you voting.
The National Guard is deployed for a crime crackdown. The Trump administration is also preparing to launch major ICE operations there this week. That's according to DHS officials. In a Truth Social post this morning, President Trump wrote, quote, Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world by far. Pritzker needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. I want to bring in Department of Justice reporter Jake Rosen. Jake, we'll talk about Chicago in just a moment. But first, before we do that, A judge just ruled on the National Guard use in California. What can you tell us about that?
Well, that's right, Vlad. It's taken a couple of months, but a federal judge in California has ruled that the Trump administration's deployment of Marines and National Guard in California and the way that those officers and military members were deployed throughout the city to do civilian law enforcement was illegal, essentially accusing President.
So they tweaking on Trump. They saying that what he's doing is illegal. You about to go? Oh, you got his headphones on anyway. So they said Trump is hold on, guys. You about to go? You leaving? Okay. Keep your phone charged. Yeah, so as we realize that Trump is supposed to be looked upon as bad for sending the National Guard, but a lot of towns and a lot of cities that's run by the Democrats is definitely a problem with the crime in these towns. So dude just breaking it down, but I want to get to the some of the people from Chicago actually responding to the actual National Guard. Chicago responds. We know how the mayor feels, but we want to see what the rest of the people are saying, because a lot of people not liking it. I mean, a lot of the black people just not liking it. You know what I'm saying? The National Guard coming to the town. Let me see. But let me know how y'all feeling. Thanks for voting too. I see the votes coming in. We got good voting coming in. I appreciate that. Yo, keep the votes coming, guys. It's such a big issue. You can't even find no more black people. This is like crazy. But let me see what the mayor said. No, that's a little time ago. I don't care about what he said back there. Here go the
President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
The governor of Illinois. Other things he said today: unprecedented, unwarranted, illegal, unconstitutional, un-American. All of these words used by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, who says he has had no conversations with the president about deploying National Guard troops to Chicago. That city actually seeing a historic drop in violent crimes in the first half of 2025. Despite this, it's the city that President Trump says he has his eye on.
To the public servants who have
dude sound crazy to me, man. I don't know if the governor is talking the right talk, especially with seeing people getting shot up like they did this weekend in Chicago. I don't know what the plan is, but I can't assume that the plan is don't do nothing. So let's get to it.
Again, man. Yeah. Now, what very important to say about the police in Chicago too. So yeah, just hang tight. Gun violence in Chicago over the holiday weekend, and repeating an earlier suggestion that the federal intervention is needed to combat crime. During a White House news conference on Tuesday, Trump said he's already made the decision to send the National Guard troops to Chicago. We're going in, said Trump, declining to say when the National Guard troops would arrive in Chicago. This is Pritzker right here in the middle, y'all. That's Chicago's mayor on the right. Brandon Johnson, not sure who that fine young lady is to the left there. But Governor J.B. Pritzker is right there in the middle, and he is very resistant of Donald Trump bringing in the National Guard. Somebody wants you to deal with it, and they don't care how you deal with it. They just want you to deal with it. Even if you kill innocent people or violate innocent people's rights in the process, as long as you get the bad guys, even if you become a bad guy while trying to get the bad guy.
I think that's really the truth, because I was talking to my wife this morning, and she felt like, well, they're just going to come to Chicago and arrest black people. Well, number one, they don't have arresting power. Number two, they can't do nothing but stand on the corner. And number three, they're probably just going to be protecting federal buildings. The idea of the National Guard is to try to shake up the city, just to try to change things up, because the way it's going right now, it's obviously the police don't have a hold on the crime. So it's like it happened, they respond after the fact. but obviously a lot of people being affected by that negatively. You know what I'm saying? You getting shot, robbed, stolen, or whatever going on, and it's happening. Here come the police later, but you already been affected by it. So that's why it's like, what the Democrat idea is, well, fix the schools, fix the crime, fix the guns, fix that stuff. Then the crime rate will go down because you'll have all the stuff that's keeping people in criminal mindsets taken care of. You'll be able to have jobs. You'll be able to have things to do, so you won't be necessarily out doing criminal activity. But the difference in that scenario is that the crime is happening like right now today. So I mean tonight. So if it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock all night long it's gonna be going down. So do you wait until they start fixing something outside the city, like a law, like an amendment, when they change some kind of stuff, when the voting come around, or when the city council meet? Like what do you do? Do you just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, or do you have some kind of way to come and quell the crime today and say we're gonna just stop it right now? And the first thing is the government, which is America, U.S., Trump saying, yo, we tired of hearing the mess. We just finna come down there with the National Guard. We'll sweep through the city and reset everything. So I don't know why they don't want the thing reset. I don't know why they just keep saying fix these other things, because if you think about it, when it come down to fixing these other things, they never do. They never go and fix the other things. They always fuck around and start giving money to immigrants. They start giving money to people who traveling, or LGBT, or people with pregnancies, or people with, they start making sure they never give money to where the situation is today. So to sit up here and say, whoa, we just gonna wait until some scenario happen and then we're gonna wait. And no, don't do nothing right now, because that's not what's important. We gotta fix the schools. Okay, when do we fix the schools? Well, we're gonna be voting in 2 years. You make sure you vote in 2 years. I told you the crime happened tonight at 6 o'clock, 5, right, more 4:30. It's gonna kick off every night in the city. It's a city. It go off. I was young. We go outside. You be in the shit. So now it's to the light where it was. It wasn't that big on the news when I was a kid, but now it's in the news. Everybody see that it's in the news. So it's like, then what you gonna do? Just wait? Because if you just waiting, then you just saying the whole city is in your hands to just go get whatever happened to whoever. It's okay, because we got to wait for a vote date. When is the vote date? Let me do 2020. Okay, not tonight. But when is the crime? As soon as you walk out your crib, it could go down. Wherever you at, whatever popping, unless you're in one of these white neighborhoods where it's nothing like that, it never will happen like that. If you're in the city, it could go down. But they're not going to stop it, because they keep saying, wait to vote. It's guns that's really the situation. It's people who fix their mufflers on their car. That's really the issue. It's people who chop down trees. If you stop chopping the trees, everything is not, that has nothing to do with going and trying to stop the situations that's happening in the neighborhoods right now today. And that's why I think that the Democrats got this one wrong. They're on the wrong side of the message today, because they thinking that by waiting in the future or fixing something down the line, that's going to fix today. And when they have the money, when they have the power, when they have the situation, when they have the ownership, when they have the presidency or whatever they call it, they never fix nothing. They never moved to that direction. They never cleaned stuff up. The neighborhoods didn't change because Trump became president. The neighborhoods was like that already. The cities was like that already. So it's just basically the person who look at the Democrats and say, I'm going to come over there and fix what y'all got going on. Just like when the Democrats look at the Republicans and say, okay, y'all doing that? I'm going to come over there and fix what y'all got going on. Thank y'all for voting too. I appreciate everybody hitting the polls. But it is just one of those dynamics and it's sweeping across the states. It's not just here in Chicago. It's everywhere. It's moving around. It's not, they're going to Baltimore behind this. Trump just said it. I'm going to Baltimore next. So it's like they're not playing. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to the message.
We don't care. Just do something.
Steve-O Stoner say, vote HoodFilms, man, Chicago, let's go.
Chaos and pay the victim, or create chaos and wait. Wait till the problem becomes so bad that people don't care how it's solved. Even if you break the law while solving the problem. Even if you create more problems while solving that one problem. They don't care. Just go in and deal with that, and we'll cross that next bridge when we get there. Everybody knows that Trump is not really serious about crime. He's not really serious about stopping
Appreciate
crime.
that, bro.
He's serious.
Yo, shout out to Steve Stoner, bro. Steve O. Stoner is showing mad love. I appreciate that. That's the bro right there. I appreciate that. Y'all gotta match, bro, this time, man. Come on, show some love, everybody. Appreciate Steve O. Stoner for sure, man. Make sure y'all listen to his music too. He got an album out right now. It's called Revolutionary Stoner. And it's amazing. It's a gang of songs on there gonna have y'all rocking to it. You gotta get that music. It's called Revolutionary Stoner. Show love to Steve O. Stoner. He showed love to me over here, and I'm super grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta always show love to each other, y'all. That's what we doing. Let me see. Let me see if I know how to do this. I was trying to. Oh, okay. It's at the top. It's at the top, right? Oh shit, it's not there either. Top fans. I haven't been on in a couple of days, so I forgot where the things at. But anyway, I appreciate the love from Steve O. Stoner. Make sure y'all show some love back to bro, because he come over here and show love, and y'all show some love too, because it'll always be a joy to come and give y'all shows like these. You know what I'm saying? And talk that stuff. We got to talk. So let's get back to the message. But you see what's going on. The situation in Chicago is hellacious and it's crazy, and everybody got to handle it and deal with it. But, you know, people are not trying to continue to deal with the same thing. It's like we're getting to the point where people are saying enough is enough, but it don't look like nobody really cares about that. You know what I mean? You got the excuse me, you got the government that's saying that it's okay in Chicago for the crime to happen at the level it is happening, and then you got people that just not down for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a really phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
It's about stopping
I'm gonna see the other guy.
from committing.
I'm gonna see the other guy that I watch on here. You know what I'm saying? I basically let y'all see all the people who I watch on here after I look at my YouTube videos for the day. Hit the like button too, guys. Show some love with the like button and become a member. But I always, every time I see new things on there, I actually, the guys who I watch, you know what I'm saying? Then I basically go pull up their shows, and then we all watch them together on here. You know what I'm saying? I thought old boy name was TD America, but I guess it's something else. But we got to figure out what we're gonna do about the crime in Chicago. That's really the biggest question. It's like, what the hell they gonna do about Chicago crime? Should it continue to just be this big of a damn chaos in our town? It's so crazy. Let me see if this the one.
Hey, I'm Adam Sandler. I've done a lot of riding around the country.
Shut up. You know they're gonna do the commercial thing, y'all. I got Mayor Emanuel talking on here. Let's see what he got to say. This might be about some budget shit though.
Knows that the right-wing extremism in this country has targeted democratically ran cities, and quite frankly, they've been very intentional about going after democratically ran cities that are led by people of color. And their whole motivation is to create disruption and chaos, because that's what that particular party has been about. It's the same right-wing extremism that refuses to accept the results of the Civil War.
What?
It's raggedy. It's disrespectful. It's mean-spirited. It's an unclean spirit, quite frankly. It is abysmal, and it's an affront for everything that is good about this country. For the extremism in this country to use people as political tools to settle political scores for something that happened 400 years ago. They're still mad that a black man is free in this country.
You stupid. What's going on, everybody?
See, and that's one thing that I think is really I don't catch the bro too much, but I don't really understand that guy that much, because he brings everything to race, and I do too. I understand that racism is crazy, and it's something that we are handling and dealing with as black people. But I don't understand why he always bring it up, meaning that he brings it up to the point of saying that other races are dealing with the same stuff that black people deal with, or this is crazy to me. You know, I just cannot rock with that. I just don't see it. Steve O. Stoner said CBD has the second biggest police force in the country. If they wanted to stop crime, they could. But how? How would they get paid every day, every 2 weeks, if it's all the game? And that's such a factual point that you're making too, bro. Because let me just also add to that by saying that crime, again, if I haven't said this and nobody ever heard it, this is my theory. Crime is a money hustle. It's a hustle. It's not just you did a crime and then you need rehabilitation, or you did a crime and you need, to be brought to justice. It's a hustle. So if you do crime, then I get to take care of my cousin and my brothers on another that didn't live in the city with me. They live back home. They live way down in Grays Lake, Illinois. They live in whatever name, Red Lake, Illinois. It's 3 hours from here. It's 4 hours from here. You never going down there. You're never driving down there. Your whole life can live, and you will never drive to them areas. But it's people who live down there. And if you do a crime in Chicago, they're going to ship you down there so that you can take care of those people in that community. You'll be living in the jail building, and they'll be down there having a job. They'll be down there working, and then when they get old and they retire, you got 34 years. Then their kids could come, and then their kids will get a job there, and then there'll be 3 generations working at the jail building. So it's a hustle. They need you to follow the thing blindly. If you found out the hustle was happening, you wouldn't participate. So as long as you think you're winning, and as long as you think that it's not that you're getting over, it's like when you go inside a store, or if you was able to just watch a camera and you was able to see people coming inside a store, every single person, just every single person coming outside, you will start being able to tell who the people coming to steal. You'll start being able to pinpoint them and being like, okay, well, they start wearing clothes that's maybe oversized, or maybe it's a person that kind of walk around this way first and then they start going over that way. I'm starting to see a pattern. That's really the same process. It's the same. They can look at you and look at the community and say, we can get at least 3,000 people out of this neighborhood if we go to prison. We can get 40,000 people out here who will believe in this particular thing that we say in governmental ideology. This is a thought patterns that they can just push on you because you ain't thinking for yourself. You ain't got no brain idea. You just watch TV, watch fun shit, and kick it. You're not really thinking critically or any kind of way to have a pattern to move in a sports way where you come in with a defense or come in with an offense. You just living, But people are hustling off of you, and so they're gonna walk up and tell you like, hey, don't you want to spend 20 years in prison? It's fun. Man, you will be kicking it with people It'll be y'all. You ain't never got to worry about clothes. You ain't never got to worry about food. If they came to you like that, you'll be had other people who had the experience. And they'd be like, when they walk up to you, tell them no. But nobody believes that. So everybody believes that it must be some kind of fun environment that I don't mind taking care of a bunch of white people I don't know. I don't mind leaving the city and going 5 hours away, and my granny can't come see me and my auntie can't come see me. I really don't mind that shit. I mean, really, at the end of the day, what else is there to do? What else is there to do? I ain't got no job that they said I could have. I barely like school, so fuck it. I sit in prison for 27 years. I ain't got shit to do. They got a building that's warm, it's food. Why y'all complaining? So they can funnel that ideology in your mind, and then you'll say that's fun. That's something to cheer. Like shit, I did 413 days in jail. I did 700. I did 12 years. It's fucking a party. It's supposed to be cheered. So when they come down and say, hey, it's enough of that criminality and fucking killing and murdering. Everybody looking back, what you talking about? This is our normal life. This is how we are. This is the culture that we believe in. Not even seeing that somebody broke all this shit up, did it like a clay, and just set it right in front of you, and you just said, fuck it, I'm gonna grab that. You didn't even like it was another choice. You didn't even have to grab it. You just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna grab that. And you ran with it. And so they figure now, thinking as a people, as a person, that this thing works so fucking clearly, we can't just walk up to them and tell them, hey, don't you want to go to sit in prison? It'll be fun as hell. Put it in the music. Put it in the celebrity personality so that people will want to be that. Voila. It's now nobody got to fucking tell you. You'll do it yourself. You'll self-program yourself to go right to the prison box and sit right in that bitch and be like, yes. So that's why they could bring the National Guard. And that's why the Mayor Johnson and them is saying, no, don't do it, because none of this is about other cultures. None of this is about Hispanic people. None of this is about Asian people. None of this is about white people. This is a conversation about black people, just like it was in D.C., just like it is in Baltimore, just like it is in California. As soon as they land, as soon as they come into the black community. Why? That's the over-policing. So if they can't police you with police we got sitting in your town, then we'll bring the government police down there. I said sit in the house as a curfew, and doing this. But why can't people get their kids under control? Why can't they get their young adults under control? Like, what is it? Like, are they shooting out torpedo murderers? Are they shooting out torpedoes or just fucking people that just want to sit in prison? Because if you ultimately think about it, and I had to think about this in my own life, you know, because I was young as fuck, living in the city, just doing every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But then you get, I think I was like, I'm gonna keep it 1 billion. I was like 38. I was 38 fucking years old. And then I was like, man, that shit boring than a bitch. I'm finna do something else. But I still was doing filmmaking. I was in my filmmaking life, so I didn't look at it like you should leave it. But obviously, you in the hood, you on the strips, you not really traveling to Dubai and France and fucking other places. You just kind of where you from. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hip hop was. Like everybody in New York, they screaming, I'm from the Bronx, I'm from New York, blah, blah, blah. So shit, I'm from where the fuck I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But it's no outlet. It's not no, they had media in New York. They got Hollywood in California. It's not none of that in Chicago. It's no fucking thing to attach to other than the job, a 9 to 5. So where are you gonna get that at if all the corporations are leaving? Where you gonna get that at if you ain't got no money to get to the job? Where you gonna get that at if you ain't got the education to fucking do the interview? Or these things is gonna be kept away from you. So this is why you can be trapped in your world and you don't come up out of it. You know what I'm saying? So when they come with some kind of the police or the fucking National Guard, they coming to sit in the black neighborhood and govern and be like, y'all gonna listen to me if it's 30 days or 30 minutes. Because ultimately they just gonna do a sweep. When we was young, that's what we used to call it. Hey, be careful, they're gonna do a sweep. Hey, don't be outside in the daytime, they're gonna do a sweep. And then sometimes you might get caught up in a sweep. And it's just one time you outside next to you as you're in the fucking county jail for 3 days and shit. Like, what the fuck happened? Everybody in there like, oh, we got caught in the sweep. You just gotta sit in this bitch for 3 days and whatever. And then you get back out and be like, okay, I gotta watch out for that shit. Because they be sweeping through this bitch. I got caught up in one. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically what that's gonna be. It's just 2025. They finna come through and sweep. And all the young motherfuckers that really ain't got shit to do, not really in a business, not really, you know, doing shit. Even if you, that's so different today because when we was young, if you was in a rap, it was like a hierarchy. It was like, man, they doing rap. Oh my God, they doing concerts. It was like, it was big. It was like something somebody was doing over there. And it was like, damn, I respect my homie. Damn, this nigga doing rap. That's crazy. You would see him the next day like, how was the concert? Y'all was performing? And he telling you, oh, that's crazy. What the fuck y'all doing? Rap shit. It was like a hierarchy in my brain in our young years. But now today, it's like that shit means nothing. So even if you are a rapper and you can prove that you got some kind of business and you travel, they still like, nah, fuck that. We don't like that. That's crime. Go to jail. So it's like, it's who's gonna fix our communities? Who's gonna change it? We know Trump and them ain't coming down to fix it. We know that the Pritzker and Mayor Johnson and them are not trying to fix it because they keep saying money. We need funnel us the money to help out in these other areas. But y'all been motherfucking billionaires and running the city for centuries. How the fuck is no money? You know what I'm saying? It's drug dealers who could have kept up with the community better than the fucking people who they got running it today. You know what I'm saying? They could at least had more fun involved. It's like it's no fun. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's fun got to be a white situation, and you got to go up to the white neighborhoods to do it. Of course, there's gonna be criminality in the hood. You ain't even over this month. You could do one thing, Bud Billiken, one day out the year, and the whole rest of the damn year is nothing. Even in Juneteenth, fucking February when it's happening, it's not. It need to be something that globalizes the children and bring them together so that they got something to do. And if you got that kind of stuff happening in New York with music, dance, theater, blah, 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 you got that stuff happening in Hollywood, California, and different towns. But in Chicago, it's not so much that, and it need to happen. It need to be something for the shorties to do. Because as long as you got nothing to do, they say the idle mind is the playground for the devil. And that's why the kids is just getting caught up in whatever. You know, and they just, it's no ending of it because they don't, how they know to end it? How they know what to end? They just living a life. They can't see it the way we'll see it as adults. You know what I'm saying? Well, they can't see it like that. They just shorties. You know what I'm saying? So they just living a life like I was. I told you I was 38 years old when I was like, damn, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm done fucking with my homies. I ain't drinking no more. I ain't finna be running up in motherfuckers' faces no more and shit. I mean, but then you got to turn around and be like, okay, what am I gonna do next? Wait, so the only other thing is just a white job? Like you feel like that's death over there. Like, so wait a minute, I was living, I felt good as hell. I know it's gotta be an ending one day, because I mean, come on, I can't just stay where I fucking was born and raised. But damn, that's the only other thing in life is just to go stand around some goofy white person company and shit and get a check every 2 weeks. Well, fuck it. I don't wanna do that shit. I'm not finna stand around here and fake laugh. I'm not finna stand here and wear them ugly ass clothes and go to them dumbass meetings with y'all. Hell no. So you still, got to go back to your own thing because that's goofy to me. Because all they're gonna do is turn into Mayor Johnson. That's all you're gonna do. He could spew out all the black shit. He could talk all the black shit. But when he had a chance to do something for black people, he spent his time doing shit for immigrant people and trying to equate the same thing. Oh, the black people had such a turn. Look, bro, that's completely different. We was kidnapped and brought to this country against our will. Quit using that as an equivalence. They came here on their own accord. But now you get here and they say, oh, well, we supposed to treat them the same. Well, shit, they don't treat black people the same. If you did a crime, your ass go to jail. So if they saying you came to America illegally, that's a fucking crime. So why is it supposed to be, it's all different when there's other people. But if it's a black person, send his ass up to the motherfucking Galena, Illinois, some fucking where, in some prison, and that's where he's stuck. And he gonna take care of that white community or them white people who live in that area, and that's it. All he'll have then is his music. If they play that shit in some hip hop station he can find on the radio that he get from the commissary. That's a big if. Because you fucking 4 hours away from the city. This is the reality that we never try to face or even tell the shorties that they're gonna run into. They need to be hearing it from that perspective. That's exactly what it is. Now you can play the games and talk all this shit and point fingers at each other, but that ultimately this whole game is just to come down here and stamp on black people. They just did it to the immigrant people, so now they're gonna do it to black people. You know what? Okay, because think about it. They could just say where they're gonna go. We come into Chicago as 77 neighborhoods. 77 neighborhoods. So Chicago is not less a strip. It's not like a damn a football field. This is a fucking whole goddamn city. So say where you headed. But they're not going to land up north. They're not going to land on the north side. They're going to come to the black community. Okay, fine. This their country. Do what the fuck you want to do. But that's ultimately what it is. We get to say we arrested so many people in that town when we came in town, and they ass had to go to jail because we came in town. And they'll be passing that buck to the Democratic people who they still got in charge today and saying, y'all need to up your arrest game. Up your arrest game. Because by upping your arrest game, you shipping people out to these places. You shipping people out to these places that's going to take care of white folks that didn't move in the city. They didn't move down here. They don't catch the train to the city. They don't give a fuck about what's happening in the downtown district. They down where they at. They in their area. And when you do a crime, they shipping your ass out there. Now, why don't they flip that? Why don't they have it where other people, other races do a crime, they ship their ass to the black community, and then we go work inside the damn jail and be like, well, I guess you should have did no crime out in fucking wherever, Illinois. But it's not like that. So it's backwards. You know what I'm saying? Sean Logan said Chicagoans should be begging Trump for help. I agree. My bro got that crazy Russian name. He said, you gangster. Man, you got to get your spelling together, bro. You got to get your spelling together. I don't know how they talk where you from. But look, this is what it is, though, man. So we seeing what Trump and them doing, man. And it's like, you know, what do you say? What do you say? Yo, and I'm voting. The voting is 50-50. You see the voting is 50-50 right there. It's half and half. I need you guys to send hit the like button, send a super sticker, show some love on the show. You know, we rocking hard right now. And you know, it's 50-50. We gotta get somebody to break that tie too, because is Trump wrong for sending in the National Guard? Half the people say no, and half the people say yes. So it's like, damn, that's crazy though. But that's exactly what we're discussing right now. The difference in the conversation of it all. Some people believe that it's the right thing to do, and then some people believe they don't. Obviously, the people in charge of Chicago, the mayor, the governor, they don't believe that they should be doing that. They don't believe Trump should be having that down here. Okay, now we got somebody who broke that tie. He said yes. He said yes. All right, so the tiebreaker. Who broke that tie? We got a tiebreaker in there. We got a lot of votes too in today. A lot of votes for the poll came in today, and I appreciate that. Steve O'Stoner says Chicago doesn't help white society. Just voted Chicago is the best city in America for the 8th year in a row. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact though, bro. Because you know we love our town, man. Thanks for liking the show too, guys. Man, we love our town. It's back 50-50 again too. So it's just crazy how that worked out. You know what I'm saying? My man said, "Can you speak Russian?" James Davis said that was a mistake. I mean, no. He said, damn, that was a mistake. I mean, no. Steve O'Stoner said, so is black crime ridden city or the best city? Is it a black crime ridden city or is it the best city? Well, you always got to remember, Steve O'Stoner, when they saying Chicago, they're not talking about the south side and the west side, bro. This is the whole. When they mention Chicago, when they say black Chicago, that's when they mentioning our cultures and our community. When they say Chicago, as you already know, they're talking about downtown, the Loop, and motherfucking the Mag Mile and the North Side. They're not, when they say Chicago, that's my kind of town. You ain't never seen that band on 47th, 63rd, 79th. That's not what they're talking about. So when they say, that's why my song, the Chicago song that I made, you need to help me do a music video for it too, so we can have our own song that represents the blackness that we know about. Because when they say Chicago, they're talking about down there. They're not even talking about Chinatown. They're not talking about the Hispanic community. When they say Chicago, they're talking about down there. So we got 77 neighborhoods. So they're not gonna say Wicker Park. They're not gonna say fucking Gresham. They're not gonna name one. You know what I'm saying? Like in New York, they got 5 boroughs, so you could just name one. It's kind of quick. But when you're about 77, it's like where y'all talking about? Back of the yard. Why would y'all be over there? We all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? We in Rosedale. Y'all over there. What the fuck? Come on. So it's like the difference. You know what I'm saying? In that they're not talking about our hood, but it is the #1 city. Even when you talk about down there. But when you talk about down there, it's still fly as hell. It's still beautiful. And when you talk about downtown Chicago, any element of it, Chicago is fucking unbelievable, especially if you leave this motherfucker. And I was in California for a minute trying to eat food. I couldn't eat shit. I literally had to Google Jamaican chicken spots, fish spots. I just couldn't eat shit. It was like, goddamn. It forced you to be like in the crib cooking up some shit. Like, I'm not even a chef type nigga like that. So it was like, I literally can't live here because I'm not gonna just eat Hispanic food every fucking day. I ain't never even imagined I could eat a taco like once in a while, maybe one. But every fucking day, nigga, until my leaving the club, until my at lunch, to my breakfast, until my snacks, that's not my type of food. So I couldn't stay in that town. So that's another thing that I loved about Chicago. If you want that type of food, you can slide dead over there and get it. If you want to eat this kind of shit, it's over there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like only one. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the community is in that state. So, and then when I was in New York, I think the food was all right in New York, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot more variety. Y'all could find everything, you know what I'm saying? But in LA, it was very hard to find a lot of shit because I'm black. So it's like, I can't eat every goddamn thing that you just see. Like at that time, it was a food that was coming out real big called pho. It's called pho, P-H-O. And I never heard of it. And then it's just everywhere. And then I'm talking about every 40 feet, they open up another store. And I'm just like, what is this shit called pho? And they like, that ain't pho, that's called pho. Like, what the hell is it? And it was like everywhere. Then you go all the way up upstate, way up to like San Jose and shit. That shit up there too. Everywhere. Fire. Like, there's a big ass food. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But again, it's food I never heard of. But one thing I did capture from California was avocados because I never ate that shit growing up. Never seen one. Motherfucker put that on a fish sandwich one time. And I said, what the fuck is this? He said, that's an avocado. I said, man, get this shit off my goddamn food, man. And so he took it off, and then I ate the shit, but it was a little remnants on there, and I'm like, man, that shit ain't bad. So I started eating it. Now I eat that shit, but before I never even seen it growing up. Not even one time. Like nobody, nowhere around me ever, I never seen a fucking avocado. I probably was like 37 something fucking years old. Old as a bitch. Like I never even seen one. And especially on my food. I was like, well, what the hell is this? But you'll eat that a lot more in those kind of towns. So you just learn, and that's what it is when you're traveling. You kind of get used to the shit you get to. But again, when you come to a place like Chicago, you talking about the most tight, fiest food. The taste buds going crazy. And I ain't even talking about one place. I'm talking about 1,000 different places. There's so many fucking places you can't even keep up with the shit. It's like, God damn, where's this? Every time you talk to somebody, they're like, man, you want to try this place? Like, where's this at? This used to be a fucking crack house. And they were, damn, they opened this bitch up. What the fuck? And it's like restaurants, motherfuckers in there with all this bougie shit. It's just different today. Sean Logan said, criminalize black people. That's a stupid statement. Being black is not the crime. Shooting others is the crime. Well, hey, Sean, I'm gonna keep it 1 Billy. Bro is right about that. You know what I'm saying? That's something you might have to capture a little bit, bro. Let's read it. Steve O'Sona said, it's only framed as a bad city when they need to excuse to criminalize black people. And that's the factual and actual point, bro. Because what happens is, again, They're not bringing these people down here to go to the white neighborhoods. They're going to the black neighborhoods. When they get to the black neighborhoods, bro, they coming to arrest. Who they coming to arrest? Everybody who ain't got shit to do. How they know you ain't got shit to do? Because you own the block. You standing where you used to be. You got to walk out the house and go down the street. You got to walk out the house and catch the train. They're going to be on your ass and be like, hey, come here, man. Run his name right here. What the fuck you running my name for? This is what it is. They're not. This is what my wife is bugging, going crazy. I don't want them down here. They just gonna be messing with our son. They gonna be messing with our kids. And it's like, oh, what the fuck? I mean, this is the. It's like you have your kid being messed with by the National Guard for 30 days, or you could have your kid being lost, and it's just a memory that you had a kid. So which one is where do you stand in that? You want to have the crime stop so your kid could probably walk down the street with his girlfriend, or you want Trump to get the hell out of here and stop being the president so then he still can't walk down the street with his girlfriend. Not to say that he's going to be able to do that when Trump comes in as well, but the idea of trying to stop it has to happen because you basically trapping people in their homes. You basically trapping people in their cribs. Hit the like button, guys. I need y'all to hit the like button, share the love. Hit the like button, show me some love. What's up? We need some more super chats. We need some more super thanks. What's happening? I'm not getting enough. I need more likes. I need more super chats, super thanks, super love. Where my people at, man? Where my people at out here, guys? Come on, show some love. Where that like button, that blind button ought to be going crazy. And then we got the vote. The vote is not, look, the vote is looking at this vote, guys. It's still 50-50. Is with these many votes, how is these many people voting? And it's 50-50. That means everybody in the chat and everybody watching equally agree with both sides. Because it's just too many votes. It's just too many damn votes. And then that many votes and everybody agree. So is Trump wrong for sending the National Guard to Chicago? 50% say yes and 50% say no. That's crazy. You don't see that every day. But it's just funny that people feel like that. It's like they just come to the conclusion that, no, he shouldn't be here with them. And then other people saying he should. He should be here with the National Guard. There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? Charles Oger said, if you don't commit crime, you will not be arrested. Yes, maybe having your name ran. No warrants, no gang, no affiliation, you'll be fine. Well, you could, Sean Logan, I know that you probably believe a lot more in jurisprudence from what you're saying, but you could look at a lot of black people in the history of time that lost their life talking to cops and whether they were criminalized or not, whether they were legally or not. They basically judge you, jury you, and convict you, and then execute you right on the sidewalk. So the idea is to not have contact. It's not just have contact, it's to not have contact. Because, look at it like this, SL. When you a shorty, say you a shorty, you like, I don't know, 6 years old. You 9. You 9 years old. You in 3rd or 4th grade. You in 3rd grade. You 9, something like that. You in 3rd grade. The school be like, we going on a trip. And you're a kid. You like, hell yeah, I'm going on a trip. You sitting, looking out the window, the bus riding down the street. You looking out the window, looking at shit, chilling. Your friends on the bus with y'all. And then the school pull up to a building and say, all the kids get off. You like, bet. You jump off the motherfucking bus with everybody else. Y'all walk into the building. You a shorty. You like 9. You 6. You 8. You go in the building with everybody else. It's a bunch of police in there. And they be like, everybody, all the kids raise your right hand. You a kid, you raise your right hand. And they say, place your right hand on the paper, and then you put your hand on the paper, it's ink on it. And then they say, now place your hand on the paper. And you place your hand on the paper, you're a little kid. And they say, now take the napkin and wipe your hands off. And you wipe your hand off, and they say, everybody clap. You're a kid, you start clapping. And then you go. You leave. The cops, they give you a little candy bar, some shit, or some suckers, and everybody get back on the school bus. And then you ride out. And you don't even think about that shit. And then your mother say, how was the trip? And you be like, it was cool. We went, we saw the book, we saw this, and we saw that. We went to the police thing, and we had the ink on our hands. Your mother say, what the fuck you say? No, to the school. They took us to the police thing. It was so many police in there, mommy. It was the one police. It was the lady police. Wait, what the fuck would you go to the police station for? I don't know. They just took us to the police. What happened? They told us to hold our hand in the sky. We put our hand on the ink, and then we put our hand on the paper, then we wiped it off. She said they took my motherfucking kid's fingerprints and you 9 years old. Yeah. They done tricked you out your fucking fingerprints at 9. So when you 22, and you running with your homies, and you be like, yeah, let's run up in this bitch, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it. Y'all trying to get hot real quick. Y'all just finna get some shit and go get smoked out. So y'all running here to steal some shit, and you set your hand down before you run out the motherfucking door. You the one who grabbed the door to open it. But as soon as they come by, they're gonna be like, run these fingerprints. Oh, this shit connected this little 9. We got his damn fingerprints when he was 9 years old. Go get this motherfucker. He stay right down Franklin Street. They're gonna trick you. You're a kid. You don't even fucking know no shit like that could happen. Your mother was mad as hell that weekend, and you just never knew what happened. You was a little ass child like, damn, we just went on a trip at school. Why was mama so mad? And the whole time they done got your damn fingerprints just to pop your ass off in the future and send your ass up to one of them damn suburbs way out in the birds. These things happen in our community all the time, bro. So to think that they don't outsmart you or trick you and to get you in some damn jam so that they can take care of some white people in a suburban area thousands of miles from where your granny could come fucking visit you at, that's misleading. You know damn well they do that. And our voting is going in a little bit in a no direction. Is Trump wrong for sending the National Guards to Chicago? And it's slightly on the no. What I do means slightly. It ain't even like heavy-handed or nothing like that. Y'all going crazy over there. Let me see what it say. Hit the like button too, share the message, guys, and show some love. We need some more likes. We need some more super chat, super thanks. Show some love for me doing the show again. Come on, let's do it. Sean Logan said, criminalize black people. That's stupid statement. Sean Logan said, they're going where the crime is. If you don't, he said they're going where the crime is. God damn. I may have to stop reading this motherfucker shit. This nigga said they're going where the crime is. I can't even get off these goddamn conversations. The crime is in the universities where they don't even go and convict white boys at. The crime is down where the police are, where they could be actually in a gang. The police can be in a gang. And that's not criminal? Man, the world is so big. Steve O'Stoner said, think about it like this. His first deployment to stop black crime was in Washington, D.C. Was the mission accomplished, or did Trump just have the military out there harassing black folks for nothing? They don't really have another hustle. Yeah, and then I look at it like this too. See, I know we get a little memory loss, but if we think about it, they attacked Trump first. When Trump became the president, they popped the whole pandemic out here on the man. So come on, the man was the president. He had to lead the presidency with a pandemic sliding around. So he got beef. He got beef on him. So that's why he tried. Emmy, get out of here, man. You wilding out here, man. You wilding. You wild. Now, I know you're going to send a super thanks or something like that. That's a wild statement you just made. Steve O'Stoner said, it's not like we turned on the news and about 30 MIGs shot at a criminal enterprise in D.C. This was the arresting dude smoking blunts on the sidewalk, true. Sean Logan said, as a Trump supporter, myself, I'm looked at as a racist. I grew up in the projects in Indiana. Everyone saying Trump is coming for black folks is only scaring people. Why not push anti-crime? I mean, I think he is anti-crime, but they're going to attack black people because in their Republican mind, they believe that crime is black because they set up the scenario for that to happen. You got to understand, it's almost like the person setting the mousetrap and then walking back to find the mouse. If you set a mousetrap right here by your kitchen, would you go in the basement to check it? If you set the mousetrap by your kitchen because you saw a mouse, would you go in the backyard to check to see if the mouse is on the mousetrap? That would be crazy. So if you set up a mousetrap, you're gonna go right there where you set the mousetrap up to check to see if the mouse is on it. And that's basically what's happening with them. They set all this shit up. So when they come and say the crime, well, of course the crime is there. You set the whole scenario. It should be guns over there, but it should be at least 3,000 guns in that bitch. I sent that. It should at least be having the music come for the sound. Then they got to make sure the clothes, the food. I don't know. Nobody from our school, nobody from our high school, nobody from our grammar school, nobody from our family reunion. Me and you both don't know nobody that's responsible for sending this shit to our neighborhoods, no matter what it is. This hat, this shirt, yours, your socks, your watch. We don't know how this shit get here. You can't communicate to Timex. You can't communicate to Quaker and tell them don't send the cereal down to the damn stores. This shit is happening without us even knowing it. These are the systems. This is how everything is shipped around and get locked in right on the block where you from. This is how the shit is stuck right on the damn corner where you from, because other people are responsible for doing it. And just like you are very good at your job, whatever the hell you do for a living, they fucking very good at their damn job of making sure this shit is in our neighborhoods, enough of it to have it, enough to have. You know, where is this? Just like you can go get a bunch of cigars, you should be able to go get a bunch of jobs. Just like you can go get a bunch of marijuana no matter what day of the week, you should be able to go get you a fucking 401k plan. Just like you can go get you some cocaine or a fucking whatever the hell, a liquor, you should be able to go get you a goddamn mortgage and a realty building. But one thing is in fucking plethora, and then one thing is scarce. So didn't that make you think, well, why are they keeping this thing so heavily entrenched in my walking distance, but this other thing that can free me, this other thing that could take my family is so far away. It's so down there. But why is that? Like, how do I get to it? Who's holding it against me? Who's holding it back from me? So these are the questions that need to be really questioned and asked if it's going to be somebody talking about the things and bringing crime down in America, because the things are set up succinctly to continue to work, just like you yourself. If you set something up, you're not going to call your friend and say, hey, is my PlayStation working? You say, what PlayStation? Well, I just went and got one from fucking Best Buy. I'm trying to set it up. Let me know if it's playing. Your friend going to say, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even at your house. So the thing that you set up, you're responsible for seeing if shit work. So that's what they coming down with the motherfucking National Guards for. Because last time they came to Chicago, they tried to jump Trump. So he said, oh, so it's gangsters down there. It's tough guys. They don't believe I'm the president. They don't believe I run this. So let me come down here with my squad, and we going to National Guard this bitch for 30 days. And we'll use the motherfuckers who from Chicago. We ain't flying nobody in town. This is how it is when you run something. This is how it is when you set something up. You're not going to let somebody tell you what you can't do at your shit. That don't even fucking make sense. If somebody contacted me at HoodFilms and said, yo, we want to do a project with you, and then and I'd be like, okay, well, this is what I want. Oh, no, we can't. I could just tell you, get the fuck off my damn phone, click. I don't have to, wait, okay, well, what you think about, okay, well, maybe, no, I don't have to fucking talk to you about shit. I own this, you don't like it, get out of my damn face. Just like if you go to McDonald's and say, hey, I'm at McDonald's, but I'm trying to get me a triple. Well, we don't sell triples. Well, damn, you could just do it. No, the fuck we can't. We sell doubles in this bitch. You want a triple, you go somewhere else. This is how it go. It's their business. They run it they damn way. So this is their country. They run it they damn way. And I appreciate that Steve Stoner said that's a cold-ass analogy, the mousetrap. But it's the facts. So we have to see that the process of running this country, they're the ones going to show that. It won't be Mayor Johnson. I keep saying Emmanuel, but it's Johnson. And it won't be J.B. Pritzker, because both of them are not going to be in power at this point. They represent the haters that came at Trump, who put him down with the crimes, who put him down with the criminal issues that they said he was up against, and they can't. And now he's in charge. So wherever Democratic wherever Democratic people got their heads at, he's swinging, and that's what you got to do. You got to take it. So basically, you either stand down, stand up, or get out the way, because you're gonna get rolled over. And the fact that they keep talking about they don't have that's why I was asking my wife. I'm like, well, what's the solution for the crime? Well, she kept saying the same thing. They got to give us more schools and give more jobs and more that. But what the fuck? That's down the line. Like, nobody's setting no shit up like that. It's not like you can go down here and read this manifesto about how they're going to do that. That don't even fucking exist. The crime do exist. Is there a solution for the crime? And they go right back to the same point. You need schools. You need jobs. You need motherfucking helicopters to come down here. What the fuck does any of that shit mean? So to me, it's like they're locked in their psychology that they're not going to stop the crime. They don't believe it should stop. They believe it should continue for whatever their reasons, because we're not them. I can't speak for them. I don't know. But they believe it should continue. They believe that just because it's crime and murder and shit, it's because it is. It's because of that. But they don't have a reason and a way to stop it. Nobody has a solution. And so with nobody having a solution, now you got Trump said our solution is shit. We coming down there with the damn National Guard Authority. They said, he the kind of president that'll go over that time. He'd be like, nah, we're going to stay 60 days. You don't give a fuck how you feel. Now, you don't like it, big deal. So what? We'll stay 6 months. So basically doing like they do in other countries, where they just come and do a takeover and shit, just set the government, set the army shit in your state. If you think about it, they did that during the Civil War. So the black people helped the white people fight the Civil War. So they brought their guns and shit down there to fight. The North came down there to fight and during the Civil War. And when the Civil War was won, they left their guns. They left their tanks. They left their shit. So the people was like, we just build these forts. we'll build army bases down here. And then now all of the army bases in the South were where? Where the black people live. So it's like this. Our first line of defense is our army base. The first enemy is these niggas. So if you get out of trouble, if you snap on us, if you do anything that we don't like, we got a whole fucking army base down here. Y'all from Georgia? Y'all from the South? Well, we got an army base right here. Y'all from over there, or Fort Bragg, or whatever fucking who? Yeah, this is where our army base is. That's where only where black people live. So where do you think the National Guard gonna come? Only where black people are. That's what it's created for. It's created to control black people. Why you think these other cultures don't want to get on our side with shit? Why you think other cultures don't want to side with black people? Their ass gonna get taken down too if it came down to it. We just resilient as fuck because black people don't like the fucking conditions. But no other culture want to join that. If you got a whole fucking army and everybody can see it, if you looking, that the army is for you, that the jail is for you, that the police is for you. Now they'll do other things. They will police other cultures. They will pull up in other neighborhoods. But for the jails, the police, the courtrooms, the third branch, that's for you. That's for your ass. And if you look in the history of time, that's who the fuck been in them places. Now they got you on Law and Crime today looking at white people, crimes and shit, somebody did some shit, but this shit is for black people. So where the hell is the National Guard gonna go? Where is the Army base at right now? Where is the Marine base today? It's in the black communities in those countries, in those states, and that's a fact. Steve O'Stoner said, the crime exists and it's feeding the system. Anything positive for black folks is out of the question. That doesn't feed white supremacist families. That's true. Well, they've even found a way to hustle that, Steve O'Stoner. Because look at BET. BET play nothing but positive shit on their show. They don't never show murdering black people. They don't show black people getting lynched. They don't show black people getting mobbed and jumped on. They only show one thing, positivity. The black lady got the weave in her head. The black dude got the white job, and he got the nice little white European vehicle, and they living in a white neighborhood. Think about it. They show nothing but what they expect you to be in America. This is what you should be. The assimilation process is at BET. Get your ass over there and understand it. This is what, when I was a kid, BET majority only played gospel music. It was a dude named Bobby Johnson or something like that, and all he did was make fucking God. And every time you turned on it, he was either doing a show or his show was going off, and it would just be about gospel. That's what when I was a kid. But now it's owned by white people, and they got it on there, and they put all the shows on there, and that shit's all positive, and you can love it. They got TV shows for everybody in the whole family, but it's owned by white people. So every message, every word, every commercial, everything you see is coming down to white people because it's owned by white folks. And that's a super fact. Steve O'Stoner said the crime exists. Oh, okay, I read that one. But they found a way to make sure the positivity feed their family. That's what I'm just trying to make a point of. But they also perpetuate our cycle of dysfunction. Yeah, think about it. We're not doing that to them. Imagine the creative artist, the writer, the producer, the director that shows white dysfunction. Imagine that guy. This is what he gonna do. He don't make the boondocks. He make the docky boons, the ones for the white folks. We perpetuate the stereotypes we were taught. We perpetuate the stereotypes we were trained to understand and follow, and then you can see them. But there aren't stereotypes that you can follow and understand from the white perspective. If you think of a white person in a stereotype, you might be thinking Jack the Ripper. This white person went around, killed Marilyn Manson or the Manson. This is the psychology. You're not thinking Uncle Tom thought or treasonist personality. You're thinking the Mendez brothers. They're giving you these ideas. They're putting it in your brain. So now you can see the dysfunction from your own culture because you've been trained every element of it, from the mammy to the Uncle Tom to the slave dude to the house nigga. You've been trained these psychological understandings and triggers, but nobody has triggered and trained you on how the white people do. You haven't seen it. You could have one next to you at your job, but you wouldn't be able to pick up on it. Oh, she's the always crier. And she, oh my God, hey, what's going on? It's just every time. Everybody around her desk and shit like, damn, it's gonna be okay. Damn. Then a week and a half go by, something really tragic happened to your ass, and you and that bitch crying. Open your eyes, ain't nobody came to your motherfucking desk. You like, what the fuck? Ain't none of these motherfuckers gonna come and see what's wrong with me? Even this bitch, who you was over there motherfucking helping and looking out for her just a week and a half ago, she looking at your ass like, I'm trying to work. What the fuck are you doing? What's happening? I need somebody to talk to. I'm busy. That's the facts. That's what you're dealing with as a black person. But what kind of white person is that? Is that something you could pinpoint? Which one is that? See, you ain't been triggered by that. You don't know. You can't find that. What about the white dude who walk in and all of a sudden he want to say the N-word in front of your face? Quick as hell. They don't even know you. What's up, my nigga? What the fuck is wrong with you? Which one is that? What's they type? Name it. Because we know Uncle Tom. We know a house nigga. We know bed wench. We know slave. Which one are those? And it's many, many more. Because Trump is one. Which one is he? Which one is he? Nobody explained these to you. So all of them are accepted in our psychology. We accept them all. We don't have a name. We don't have a guiding, unless it's one of them white ones that's walking in your neighborhood with the heroin look on her or something like that, and you could tell that she crazily disheveled. Then you could probably say, okay, that's a crackhead right there. That's one of them crackhead ones right there. But otherwise, she could be your supervisor next week, and you wouldn't fucking complain one day. You'd be that motherfucker every day like, hey, Mindy, good morning. You would never be like, why this bitch got sores on her fucking arm? You wouldn't say that. And you definitely ain't going to the boss like, I think she on drugs, man. You just going to be at work like, you okay today, Mindy? I brought you something. Think about it. They trained us to understand that from that psychology. So if you're not going to fit inside that, you're not going to be inside that. So coming to America, coming to Chicago with the fucking police and the goddamn, with the fucking, the National Guard, that's not for no white people. That's not for no Hispanic. They're not going to no Asian community. They coming to the black hood where we all live and kick it and be our whole life. My bro say they all look like Mindy to me. I swear for God. And King says shows like seven signs you married to a 7 signs you married to a psychopath. Right. There you go. That's what they do. Right, King Ma. That was a funny one because that's exactly what they do. And that's exactly what they do. And then I always tell my lady, I said, because she be watching these shows on TV, man, she be going crazy with them, especially when we was watching all of the regular TV shit. But she was like, somebody would get pregnant and they'd be young, and they'd be like, that's black. And she'd be like, damn, she's so young, she's fucking her life up. She's young. She young, damn. She only 17, only 19. Damn, like, why she? And then you weeks later, whatever, you can see her watching Pregnant and Teen on MTV, the white one. And I'm sitting back like, but why is that entertaining? And this bitch is gonna be okay in life, but the black girl, it did fucked her life up. Like they got a whole TV show about white women having children at young ages, and it's not grown. And, or a black guy, he'll have all these kids. It was some TV show, I think they were gonna have Boosie or whatever rapper, and they was gonna have him and his 9 baby mothers. I don't remember what rapper it was. And it was like he had 9 baby mothers. 9 baby mothers, 9 kids. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's sick. That is sick. And I'm thinking like, how? People in the South had 13, 14 fucking kids. How's that South? That's sick. Damn 9 kids. Okay. And then weeks later you see her watching the whoever, the Duggars or something, I think was their name. It was like some white dude with like 21 kids. They was all living in some mansion or some shit. Then they later on found out they was molesting each other or some old weird shit like that. And you all like, you could watch this shit. But the rap dude with 8 kids, 9 kids is bogus. This is the training. How the fuck is this entertaining with 9 fucking kids or 14 kids? But the black family ain't entertaining with 9 kids. Even if he got 9 baby mamas, whatever the fuck he got, that's his family. So this is the open craziness that we got to keep dwelling in our brain in order for that to succinctly lock in. So I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here for the rest of the show because I could talk to y'all all fucking night long. But we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna hit y'all with another conversation, another show, everything like that. So thank y'all for watching this far, this deep into the show. We had a heavy amount of people came in today. All the voting came through and it rocked out. So we stayed middle. We stayed in the middle ground. It's almost like this should be another show on this because it's in the middle. Everybody, it's just like it is on TV. Right here inside the chat is just like it is on TV. Or I guess that's YouTube, but it's a fucking middle, man. Some people say yes, some people say no. It's not no one and gun. It's not no one dimensional mindset. And I guess that's what the world is all about. Everybody got their own idea. It's not just one way. So I appreciate y'all coming and rock with me this far on the show. Thank you again. Shout out to Steve O'Stoner for the super chat. I hope you guys can show some love. Send a super chat, send a super thanks. Thank you for the liking. Thank you for voting. I appreciate you. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to kick it off again tomorrow at 12 o'clock, Black Outrage. And I appreciate you. So hit the like button. And at the top of this video, at the end, you will be seeing the Black Outrage podcast, the whole playlist. You can watch them all and just, do a binge. We got about 51 episodes in right now. And then you'll be able to subscribe down at the bottom of the page. So I appreciate y'all for checking us out. So let's get back on it tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be a part 2 about this, but if we do, we'll see. And we'll have some. Let me know in the comment section, too, about what you want to talk about. Anything you guys want to talk about, we're going to talk about it right here. Crime, money, entertainment. Let's do it.